And we're back with the draft for the third and last map, Towers of Doom.
Okay, teams both are ready. Sorry guys, we had shortly to get some settings up.
I got a few seconds offline to get a few settings right, but we're back in action. By the way, action, the first ban soon to be picked by We Need a Good Name. Towers of Doom, also a really unforgiving map, because you can push, but you can't attack the core directly. That is pretty frustrating sometimes. And the first ban, Sagara, strong push potential, trying to leave everything even. Falstad ban. The more bell towers you have, the more damage you take. If you almost have all bell towers, the constant fire is on the line. First pick for We Need a Good Name is Tyrael, supposedly. Excuse me.
And with Tyrael, you could add some really strong frontline damage. So we will probably see a Greymane here. Could probably also see another Kerrigan, or yeah, let's watch what they're picking up here next. So Extreme Xplicit going for the Meridian, perhaps because they know for We Need a Good Name going for a strong frontline, and with the Meridian clap build, then you could really lower the damage if you'll take it. But the time pool's going down. They really
I think they're arguing.
Yeah.
What combos could We Need a Good Name now go for with Tyrael as first pick? Should we really go Muradin? Should we take another tank? Should we even take something completely different, like an Oriel? They go for the healer, Angel versus Angel. And they take Greymane away from We Need a Good Name, maybe.
Okay, I don't know if I like this Oriel Greymane, because Greymane is a little bit squishy and Oriel don't have too much protection, and if she gets the crystal on, Greymane can't do the damage that he needs to do in the front line. So they have probably other plans to protect this Greymane to get taken down, but with this Greymane taken away from We Need a Good Name, they really has to watch which kind of frontliner they take. They go for Thrall.
They're not bad of a choice. And Lunara.
Yeah, worked out.
A lot of damage, yeah.
In the last time. So
now they really need to counter Lunara. If they can shut Lunara down pretty quickly, she really isn't that much of a nuisance, but she has a very huge damage potential.
Yeah, correct.
Now it's the second ban for Extremely Xplicit. And they ban Anubarak, supposedly. The utility tank is banned. Tank for We Need a Good Name. For those new here, join us on twitch.tv/hero_league, on heroeslaunch.gg, where you can see the different divisions and the whole calendar with the scheduled matches of this season.
And what I currently turned on is the Revelbot. Revelbot just gives you Revelo points if you're just watching a stream, and you just could then bet the Revelo points and bet onto one team. Just make bet A for the team A and bet B for the team B, where I just have to watch out. Team A is Extreme Xplicit and Team B is We Need a Good Name, and you could win more of these points, and with these points you just could take place in some of the giveaways that we have here at sometimes. And Extreme Xplicit goes for the Greymane Liming combo. kind of cool because Greymane is a living counter and you could prevent this like that. And with the Merlin frontline, the frontline is now there. And we need a good name. Goes probably for the Rega heal.
Yeah, then they now need a good heal with that damage they're dishing out, and those
Yeah.
squishy heroes. Tyrael is pretty good. He's pretty good self-sustain, but if he gets focused, he can get taken out very easily. So somebody needs to heal, especially thinking Lunara.
Yeah.
But it depends what their last pick here will be.
Jaina, probably. I'm not sure if they need the Jaina, if they already got Lunara here, but Jaina of course does a lot of spell damage, but is squishy as no other. So, but until now, they Xtreamly Xplicit. It's a question if they could reach the backline if they stand in the fight. So we need a good name. Probably has good cards to pick up this Jaina. But I would have loved to see ETC and Jaina combo, but they're finally taking her unlucky.
Yeah, and taking Jaina. Good damage right there. A lot of damage, but not really a tank around, so to say. So Xtreamly Xplicit has Muradin, who can take really a lot of damage, especially then with the ult. And we need a good name. Only has Tyrael standing around, but I'm not quite sure at the moment.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going very offensively in there.
Yeah. So Xtreme Xplicit, if they would add a Sonya or something, she would have rough times with this Tyrell Sanct combo and Thrall in the front line after level 10. But they will be kind of more successful in the front line until level 10. So perhaps they go with her. Would be nice.
Sonya, okay, frontline tank, yes. Double tank there. Liming, Greymane, and Oriel as a healer.
I love the decision of a double tank here because Greymane is a little bit squishy and you all also need this Liming from to protect her from Thrall. So
Absolutely.
yes.
Well, what do you think? Who would win this third map and therefore the whole match?
Okay, I think this time I will go with Xtremely Xplicit again. Just because they just added this strong frontliner Sonya, and until level 10 she would be really strong until Tyrell has his Sanct on. But of course, Sanct is really strong, but not as strong if Tyrell would have joined by Greymane, but I'm not sure. And what I don't like is this Jaina in this matchup. I don't know if she would have been necessary because they have a lot of damage and they could have added something like a second tank, like a Nubrak or something.
Yes. In this match, I would go for we need a good name, just because I like the whole extreme damage they're coming up with, and I really somehow want it to work out for them. They really switched their playstyle in the second map, and just dished out good. They got a lot of damage. Now that they're doing the same, they go for a lot of damage. But my bet would be on who we need a good name. All right, we're loading up.
No bets until now, so we're probably seeing them later.
And there we are going. On the left side, blue, Benwen playing Greymane, Senric playing Oriel, Par Excellence playing Liming, Atla playing Sonya, and Celtec playing Muradin.
And the color red on the right side, we need a good name. Jojo playing Thrall, Karn playing Lunara, Jaina played by Robin Roll, Belle du Jour plays Rhaegar and Yogi on the Tyrell. So let's
see.
watch if this Jaina works out here.
Everybody in the mid, trying to get aggressive right early on.
Yeah.
Well, not that
Jojo
much.
looking for a stun. Gets stunned finally.
And there's Sonya
this
swirling
damage.
around. Tyrell gets taken out, but he has a shield, which protects him very good. Very interesting. They're splitting up to the lanes. Sonya goes bot together against Thrall. And Tyrell on the top. Greymane.
Okay, rotations are there. They're going for the bot. Thrall, nice stun coming out. And if this front line, Sonya.
Muradin gets
nice
taken out.
Catch. First
Thrall.
kill.
I'm sorry, Thrall gets taken out by Sonya.
Well played. Really
good
well
body
played.
block. Well played, yes. Lunaro gets in position to maybe go in for a gank. But no, that's not a good idea. Go away. Move. It's not worth it at the moment.
Lunara per herself really squishy, so you try to flank with her, as she mentioned before. And Robin roll. Could he get ganked? Nice stun coming out at this squishy guy, but damage done by Jaina.
Yeah,
so
but Jaina gets killed off. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They have no real tank out there. But it's too soon to say something. But at the moment, 2 kills, 2-0 kills. Everybody's positioned.
The resets are there for the Liming, and if you would have this this bet was thrown away. Oh, this Q from Yogi now interrupts Liming. Well done by him.
Very nice. That's where you need the tank for, to get them away. But nonetheless, Thrall is taken out.
Yeah.
Soon Tyrell gets focused. No problem.
Resets again. Greymane kind of low now. Needs to back off.
Now really a slight advantage for Xtreamly Xplicit, but nothing you could turn around. Let's
watch a little bit the talent slimming going again for the false armor front line.
Jaina gets again taken out from the triple squad down in the mid.
Muradin goes for the clap build. Greymane for the Wolf Heart builds. Thrall for Rolling Thunder builds. And we're seeing the full Wolf Run build for the Rhaegar to get away from the front line. And even in death, of course, taken by the Tyrell. As a solo tank, you really would have this setup. Looks like the top camp gets stolen by Yogi. Banawan was there for quite a while, but they managed to steal it now.
Greymane is not in that great a shape at the moment. He can't go into fight. He can't hold them off. And the gate itself is down.
Jaina was checking the camp there in the bottom right, but can't interrupt the enemy team for taking it. This is a nice takedown from Liming. Really well done.
Lunaro got taken out. 2 altars are spawning in the bottom half of the map. They get in position. Xtreamly Xplicit already got in position. They're just waiting. Maybe they can take both. It's pretty... Yeah. They wait with the bot altar. Maybe make 1 or 2 takedowns. Thrall meanwhile is taken out. And 2 shots fired. The red core is down to 24 versus the blue one on 36. But we didn't see really big team fights up until now.
Yeah, right. I think that's kind of the problem of we need a good name, because they have such squishy guys like a Lunara, like a Jaina in the backline. You really have to protect them, and Tyrell can't give the protection, and Thrall also not. So they just can't engage until level 10 with disentification from Tyrell.
Absolutely. And talking about level 10, level 9.25 for blue and 8.25 for red. So 1 level ahead, extremely explicit. Slight level advantage. And they will hit level 10 sooner.
They are going for the Lunara gank. Nice stun coming out from Oriel. Well played by her. Really up on her. Could they push the bot keep though? Looks like.
Yeah, they get it. Pretty much. They're all so extremely low. Li Ming is low. Tyrell is not in its best shape. He can't go in and...
This is level 10 for Extreme Explicit. Again, wave of force taken by this Li Ming leap by Sonya.
If you look at talents, almost obvious. Go for the throat. Wave of force. The leap. And Muradin with the avatar. Oriel needs to get her talent.
And Leap is such a good talent, because Sonya knows there is such a squishy backline at Extreme Explicit and at the We Need a Good Name team.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Oriel has picked Crystal Aegis.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there is a team fight and damage is dealt out, she can just negate it pretty good. It's really strong. Yeah, especially for a squishy one like Greymane.
That's correct, but Crystal Aegis also prevents Greymane to deal more damage, because he's disabled and he saves his life for a few seconds, but Greymane as a strong frontline, you really would have to have the damage there.
Yes. Either you can get him out of a critical situation, or you can really mess things up, because he can't take the damage, he can deal the damage that is needed in that moment.
Yeah.
And he just gets surrounded and gets killed off afterwards. That's really harsh.
And this
Muradin gets cornered. Everybody's focused on Muradin. He jumps out at the right moment. Perfect. Lunara gets taken out. The Frost Ring. And there's the stasis on Greymane, as we said.
And Banawan now goes in the front. Now has to back off a little bit. Banawan cocktail. Not until now. Thrown to the minions.
Yeah, somehow We Need a Good Name can't really push through. They just got to deal a lot of damage, but they can't pick one out. And that's terrible.
And as we saw in the last fight, they have Tyrell with sanctification, but they have only Thrall in the front lane. That's the only one. So they can't go with Lunara and Jaina in the front line, because they're so squishy. And if they manage to get in the front line, as we saw in the last fight, the sanctification is there, but no one stands in the sanctification. So that's...
They need to coordinate more in that moment.
Yeah, they really need to concentrate on such situations where they have to stand by the Cyril. He could protect you, but they just have to get into it.
The two altars are spawning. They're already positioning themselves around the right altar, both teams. Trying to go in. Thrall goes first, opens up, gets stunned, jumping around. Thrall is taken out directly.
Nice
Ring of Frost, that is pretty good. But Tyrell, he can dish out a bit damage, but he can't take out anyone. Lunara almost down again.
Rhaegar on the run.
They need to get back. Li Ming is the only one with some health left, and no, go back. You can't make it. You will be...
The stun on the Jaina is there, and there goes the next kill against Jaina.
Jaina, not Li Ming. Sorry.
No problem. And that's pretty the things that we just said, Jaina was just face checking the bush, and the enemies are sawing him. And just with 2 stuns, they get rid of Jaina. So that was a pretty good takedown.
There's the squishiness. Jaina plays good, but if she gets focused, she's down. Lunar, it's pretty squishy, and Rhaegar is just not the healer for this composition. He can't heal enough.
Yeah, it's totally right. I mean, the heals are there, but he can't prevent the squishy guys from dying, so.
Meanwhile, the bot bell tower gets taken pretty easily.
Times are getting rough for we need a good name, pretty sure.
They're chasing Aurel in the camp. Grandma gets the camp, gets away.
Yeah, in the last second he gets it. Thrall nearly gets him. And now they have to prevent these Seppers getting onto the core. And there is a team fight. Nice stun coming against Rhaegar. And this certification, nice certification used this time.
Tyrell just barely managed to get out.
Yeah.
Thrall is low. Lunara has a bit of health left, but she's so squishy. They need to get back. They need to heal up.
Yeah.
Only Jaina's there, but she can really do much now at the moment. She gets stunned and almost gets taken down. That was a close miss by Li Ming.
If these magic missiles would have...
they would have taken her out.
Yeah.
3 altars are spawning. 8 health points left. If they get 2, that's GG.
Yeah. 2 of 3 are enough. Level 16 reached now for them.
Yeah, level 14 reached for We Need a Good Name. They need to defend like hell here to just survive this altar.
Both teams not going for the altars until now. They're going for the team fight. Nice Ring of Rust. Stasis.
But it's not quite enough damage to take one out. Tyrell gets taken out. He maybe can take Greyman out. No, almost not. And there goes Sonya. Yeah.
Robin Roll stands a little bit out of position.
Second one down. Thrall runs. And
he has to defend somehow.
3. Yeah,
nice interrupt.
They just need to interrupt all the time. Oh, that's done.
But the Greyman in the front line, the damage deal there is so much.
Now the whole team is down, and that will be GG. Tyrell just spawned, but he cannot get in time. That's GG. Well played, guys, both teams.
Extremely Xplicit managed to get this 2-1 this time.
2-1, and just somehow, like in the first map, they were pretty dominating in that way. That was, if you look at the damage here, yeah, Lunara did good damage, but there was no follow-up, so they didn't get quite enough damage through to pick someone off. I mean, 19 kills versus 2 kills, that's pretty obvious what happened there. Thank you very much for watching, and we make again a short break, and we will join you with our infamous winner interview in about 4 minutes. See you afterwards.
The most important... this meat. There is an eternal battle between light.
Hello and welcome back with the winner interview, mainly with Benjamin from Xtreamly Explicit. Hello there.
Hello.
You're joined by Atla and par excellence, if I spelled your name right. GG to you guys, to your full team, and GG also to your enemies.
Thanks a lot.
We're watching to 3 games now. Fortunately, there were a 3rd game. I really love if it goes to a 3rd game, because then I'm a little bit more nervous and all these things. Okay, let's watch the first draft. That was Cursed Hollow.
Yeah.
You guys managed to get Li Ming and Greyman. You managed to get Oriel, Frontliner Merdin, and Leoric. So you faced Sonya and Anubarak. So how you guys felt with this draw? With this draft?
In the beginning, we actually intended on going Abathur, I think, instead of the last pick Leoric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when they went for both Anuba and Sonya, we felt that Leoric would work as well.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Abathur.
Have you watched our earlier games, Cursed?
Mm-hmm.
We've been playing Cursed Hollow in every match yet so far, I think.
Okay.
And we have had 2 games with Abathur, I think.
Okay. After a few miscasts from the Entomb from Leoric, as I thought, you finally made it, and you done pretty well with the focusing on one. So you guys had a shot caller or something?
Yeah, I guess I'm the kind of shot caller. But since we had 2 subs today that haven't played with us before,
okay,
kind of shared the responsibility.
So it was really well spoken for you. We saw the Entombed and the Greyman jumps after, and the Li Ming just does the spell damage there. So worked really well for you in the last game, mid and late game, I think. Okay,
yes, so somehow you played like you just walked through it. What was your feeling there? Did you feel that your opponents were leaving you some space, or did you feel somehow under pressure in the first map?
To be honest, I can't really remember the whole game. Maybe Atla and Per Excellence remembers more.
I think we went into the game and we underestimated them maybe a bit, or as I said, maybe in the first game, they actually also didn't play the best picks. Maybe, I don't know. They had like 1 or 2 good players. Sagara was quite well, I think.
Yeah, there's a guy that had a really good game.
I don't think it's about the performer, them performing bad, but it's we had like a good engagement. Good composition was Li Ming, Muradin, and Graham, and Leoric and Oriel was pretty good versus their team composition. So the blinds versus their dive comp and the Li Ming resets just costed them the game on the Cursed Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the beautiful things with having 2 tanks is like Leoric can do the solo front line while Muradin is in a bush. And if someone steps 2 steps too far, he is on you, and then Greyman jumps and Li Ming spells. And then just resets.
Weren't you guys afraid from the lane push potential, because the we need a good name just catched up Sagara, Thrall, they catched up Sonya. Every one of them is still a good lane pressure, and the only one you've got is probably Greymane and a little bit Leoric, right?
Yeah, but on Cursed Hollow you can most oftentimes win the game by boss rotations.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And we kind of won the game at the top boss when Leoric and
Yeah, right,
Fury
that's right.
treed.
True. We also
Flaming
love to play
balance
Tyrell
confirmed.
sometimes.
Sorry.
But it was banned, right? We also have to play Tyrell on this map
Yeah,
for the boss seals, but he was banned, right? First ban also?
Second
He was
ban.
I think
second ban
second
from
ban.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
From us, exactly.
First ban was Falstad.
Yeah, until
Because
we
he-
didn't want to go him, then we banned him, yeah.
Yeah, usually I am our Tyrell player, but one of the subs today was a tank. Outlaw is also our tank. So
Okay.
some role swaps. And I
Then-
think
And I need to play Liming, man. I was forced to play Liming.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel the same, man. I feel the same.
All right. Then we
Well,
go
you done it
forward
well.
to the second game.
Yeah.
can we
Yeah,
skip
more.
it?
No, we
Yeah, let's
skip
this
won't. Because
True.
I'm joking.
there was an interesting, that's where you lost. You picked Falstad, Kerrigan, Arthas, Karasim, and Leoric versus ETC, Cho'Gall, Lunara, and Oriel.
Yeah.
Well, as
We
you
all
said
we
in the
act-
off interview just before we got live, you didn't feel well. It didn't go right. What didn't go right in that game for you?
we really felt that the Shogal pick was coming. We were debating in the draft, should we ban Shogal or should we just let it through? Because
Yeah,
of
true.
Leoric and Karasin, which is both great counters. So we let it go through, and yeah, it basically fucked us.
No, the thing was like simple. We had like pretty good early game composition versus them, and we were like saying, okay, if we manage to push keep early, we're gonna probably win the game. Because that's why we went Syndragoza, Leoric went Drain, and Kerosene went 7-sided strike.
Mm-hmm.
The more game was going on, Lunara getting stronger, and Gal as well. So yeah, we kind of lost our opportunity we had from the beginning.
Yeah, we were actually close to the first keep at top. We were really close, but then they turned the whole game around. The main problem is also on 13 here, of course, gets the Molten Core. And we took 7-sided strike on Kersim, which is good, of course, but he couldn't have the chance without the core to land. They usually went into the core and didn't get any damage.
Okay. One question, is one of you guys the Karasim player, or is he not?
No, he's not.
It's not here.
Okay.
It's
I've
one of
never
the
seen
subs.
this build, I think. I just was wondering because of even the
Insights?
first talent, he was going for the mana reset build.
What?
And,
He didn't go heal?
No. The thing when you go for Echo of Heaven at 7,
yeah.
called, you usually don't need extra heal from Transcend. So
Okay.
you go insights.
Interesting.
I
It
just
have actually
thought.
been played in EU.
Mhm.
Play.
I usually go also with the heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought he would go for the heal build in case of Falstad and Kerrigan could be a little bit squishy in the front line, and you could need this this protection from him and this little bit more heal. But yeah. But against Cho'Gall, it's probably not the baddest thing if you go 7-sided, so you could deal a lot of damage. So yeah, it's left up to you for sure.
The kind of thing that went wrong was we didn't get, as Parexel said, we didn't get good enough pressure early game with Kerrigan. And when you're, I was a Kerrigan. When playing Kerrigan versus Shogal, ETC, and Lunara, it's kind of only Lunara that's your target.
Yeah.
Beefy frontline, I don't know, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, and then after level 10, ETC gets one strong mosh.
Just my bad yet again.
That was
to be honest, I at least I was a bit surprised by the ETC pickup as well. It was pretty 6 stuns from him. Even just the power slide was more than enough to stun us, while Cho'Gall just chunks our health. I mean, we had triple frontline, right? Yeah, and ETC basically stunned us, and Cho'Gall could do so much damage, and Lunara.
Yeah, and the usual problem when you're up against a Shogal, do you focus Shogal or do you don't? Because if you do, you put too much focus on him. So Lunara is just free behind
True.
And if you don't focus him, Gal is doing so much damage.
Yeah, we saw
Insane.
sometimes there was a very focused one, then the other, and you weren't sometimes quite sure who to focus in this composition, and that was somehow threw you off. Was that right?
Yeah.
So you
And
got really out of
especially-
concept.
Yeah,
Especially
sure.
when they have Oriel. Like, if you don't focus Shogun for once, say you focus Lunara, Oriel just uses Crystal Aegis, and Shogun gets on us again. It's a really good comp.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, once after you see Lunara and Oriel on this map, you probably better ban him.
Yeah. But we were so certain we can get the right counters to Shogun.
Yeah, we were also discussing Tychus, but I think we don't have a too much good player.
Yeah, we wondered about that, why you didn't take Tychus there.
Yeah, I would probably be much safer because of the range, and he gets a drill in a good position.
Yeah, right.
And then again, I could have gone Tychus, but then we would have Kerrigan player.
So
Yeah.
then we go to the third and last map, Towers of Doom, where you again kind of dominated the playfield from the beginning on. What
We went try
did
hard.
you do? You went try hard. We
Yeah,
almost imagined this was the second game was a complete turnaround somehow for your performance from the first game. And now there was the interesting part. Will you perform the same? Will the other team perform the same? What will happen? And you really got out really aggressively direct in the beginning, right?
Yeah, if you compare the first draft to this third draft, I think only Sonya and Leoric is the difference, right? Gleaming, Ariel, Greymane, Muradin.
Yeah.
We were back on really comfortable picks. Like, Greymane is my main, Atla is a great, Sonya, etc.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of it. Really hard.
But if you're watching back to this ETC and Cho'Gall, would you have picked Tychus instead of Leoric for last one?
No, the thing we would have done is to ban Shogun at second.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was also just I'm actually a good Reina player as well, much better than Tychus. So
Okay.
I was also asking if I should be. We decided to go double tank with Leoric. Leoric is good, but I mean, also the ETC pick was just they had just too much control also in the.
Yeah, basically they got to the draft they wanted, I guess. I think.
Yeah.
Also, Inside Strike is really very strong to it, I thought, in this game. Okay. More questions about the second game lead kit, or should we jump to the third one?
Well, I already almost jumped to the third one, Towers of Doom.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we almost already discussed most of the.
Yeah, we would.
Okay.
I don't want to put them in a unwell situation there by asking everything about the second game.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. That's true. I mean, as Par said, it's a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, and it's the game that we should focus most on.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, this is more or less like our map, but we.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't yet again go.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a
Usually go
really good
Diablo
strat
on this
on-
map. Yeah.
Atla is a great Diablo, and especially on Infernal Shrines.
Okay.
We played it so much in Hero League, I don't think we've lost once.
And why didn't you play him?
Yet again, like roll spots,
Draft.
since we
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
have.
We
Oh,
were
okay.
discussing when we saw Cho'Gall, we needed something against him, like focus rate.
Okay.
And usually, instead of the main tank we use today, we have a ranged assassin. So Atla is the main tank, and maybe I go on the bruiser or second tank, depending. So yeah.
Okay. Let's talk a lot about in this draft. I mean, you got the perfect team composition here. You got a strong spell damage Leeming with Oriel, cast a trait on her, and just had unlimited heals. And Greymane, such a strong frontliner, joined by Sonya and Muradin, just could get rid in about anyone which would touch Leeming in the backline. So you guys just feel as comfortable as I was, as you guys have done the draft.
To be honest, Chenrik, the healer who subbed, he's also I think I never played with such a good Oriel.
Yeah.
He's a
Probably
really
the
good
best
player, but he's also really good on Oriel, to be honest. The stuns he landed were
Yeah,
I think
that's
we said like after the half game or something that he hits every stun, like
Mhm.
every time they try. So yeah.
Yeah, but it was really interesting to see the. It looked like the other team just didn't manage to get enough damage, and you were just sitting there as a whole team, dishing stuns and heals out, and weren't really concerned about the damage that was dealt. Did you feel
Yeah.
safe there almost, or did you get some sweat pearls on your forehead sometimes?
I can only speak for myself, but as a Grey main, have Muradin and Son in front of you, versus no really dive. Yeah, Tyrael, sure, but no Kerrigan to follow him, no Illidan, and the Oriel that pretty much has unlimited heals behind you, and also a Leeming that throws skill shots all the time. I felt pretty safe, yeah.
It was fun to watch as Jaina just one was bush checking in the top right, and then just Oriel came and stunned her, and Muradin came and stunned her, and Sonya leaped her, and then was
Yeah, that
finally
was
over.
actually also already discussed during draft that we go leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, leap is pretty cool because of the weak backline from. Also, no, I'm sorry, the strong backline of Jaina and Lunara. But if you get into this backline, then you just could wreck them. So, really strong
And
decision.
that's kind of the mistake people do when drafting solo tank Tyrael.
Yeah.
Sure, he's not alone at front. Troll, but Troll isn't a tank. Whatever you, he can't peel through the backline. That's good.
Yeah.
That's why we banned Nubrak, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was which would have been great instead of Jane, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so no more questions from me.
No, I'm done too. Thank you very much for joining us here for the winner interview. It was a great game over 3 maps, best of 3. You won game 1 and 3 and lost game 2. And very solid performance. It was very nice to have you here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for casting us.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Do you have any
Thanks.
last words to say something like hi mom or I don't know?
No, actually looking forward to our next one. I don't know how many are left, but we're excited to play them.
Cool. We're also.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very
Thanks a
much.
lot.
And all of you from Agents 007, good luck next match.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hey.
Yeah,
Bye.
night.
All right, and thank you to the viewers. Remember to like this channel, to follow this channel, heroeslounge.gg. My name is Leakit. With me today for this last 2 casts was Venom.
Yes.
And we say good night to you and see us soon again on Heroes Lounge.
Bye, guys.